There's a $6.99 item sitting on a harbor freight shelf right now that a Navy SEAL would grab before he ever touched a $400 generator, and 9 out of 10 civilians walk right past it on their way to buy something useless. A retired SEAL team operator told me last month, straight to my face, over coffee in a diner outside Virginia Beach, that after an EMP hits, the guys who survive aren't the ones with the fancy tactical gear from Amazon. They're the ones who quietly built a kit out of the cheapest store in America. And the parking lot's empty when they walk in. I'm going to show you the exact $6.99 item in about 11 minutes and why it ends up bolted under the driver's seat of every prepper truck I've ever inspected. And 4 on this list, it's something you've walked past 50 times. You probably already own a broken version of it, and you've been using it completely wrong your entire life. But the one that shocked me most, one, costs less than a fast food combo meal, fits in a glove box, and a former Marine Scout sniper told me it's the single item he'd grab before his rifle if the lights went out tonight. Stay with me, because if you miss even one of these, you're going to be the guy standing in the Walmart parking lot at 3 a.m., wondering why everybody else already left. Here's the truth most prepper channels won't tell you. When an EMP hits, and I'm not talking sci-fi, I'm talking the kind of grid-down event the Pentagon has been wargaming since 1962, you've got somewhere between 4 and 6 hours before the shelves at every major store in your city are completely stripped, not picked over, stripped. And here's the part that should scare you. The guys who've actually trained for this, they're not running to Cabela's. They're not running to Bass Pro. They're going to the one store civilians treat like a joke, Harbor Freight, because they know something you don't. A buddy of mine, 22 years Navy, 2 deployments with a SEAL support unit, laid it out for me like this. The gear in my truck didn't cost me more than $180 total, and it'll outlast every $2,000 bug-out bag on YouTube. 9 items, most under 15 bucks, all sitting on shelves right now. 7 is useful. 4 will save your marriage during a blackout. 1, most civilians have never even heard of it, and it's the one veterans have been quietly hoarding for decades. Let's get into it. Point 9, the 30-lumen throwaway flashlight nobody takes seriously. When most people think survival flashlight, they think Streamlight, Surefire, $300, tactical knurling, the whole 9 yards, the item that actually ends up in a SEAL's truck. Harbor Freight's 30-lumen LED pen light cost $199, comes in a bin near the register, looks like a freebie. Here's what nobody tells you. After an EMP, you don't want a 1,000-lumen tactical light. A bright light at night turns you into a target. 30 lumens is just enough to read a map, check a tire, find your kid in the dark, and not enough to broadcast your location to every desperate stranger within half a mile. A retired Army Ranger I interviewed last year, 3 tours, 2 of them in places I can't name, told me he keeps 4 of these in his truck. If I lose one, I don't care. If I lose a $300 light, I'm pissed for a week. But that's the easy one. Taste 8 is where it starts getting interesting. 8 moving blankets. Yes, the ugly quilted ones. Walk down aisle 3 at Harbor Freight and you'll see a stack of these things folded up, looking like grandma's couch cover from 1978. $9.99 a piece. Most preppers laugh at them. Veterans buy 4 at a time. Here's what they don't put on the label. A moving blanket will insulate a broken window in sub-zero weather, cover the inside of your truck cab and trap body heat for an entire night, muffle the sound of gear shifting in your trunk so you don't sound like a one-man yard sale, double as a stretcher and an emergency block thermal signature from cheap night vision devices. This is going to sound backwards, but stay with me. That $9 blanket will keep you alive in a frozen truck longer than a $200 sleeping bag will. And I'll tell you exactly why in a second. A former Marine Force Recon NCO I sat with last spring put it this way: sleeping bags are for camping. Blankets are for surviving. You can't fight in a sleeping bag. Speaking of fighting, 7 is the one that surprised me the most when I first heard it. 7, the magnetic parts tray Dodge H2. $99. You probably think this is a joke. It's not. That round magnetic dish mechanics used to hold screws. $2.99. Looks like nothing. Acts like a Swiss Army knife. When your truck breaks down on a back road at midnight, and after an EMP, that's every truck older than 1985 still moving, while everything newer is bricked. You cannot afford to lose a single bolt in the dirt. One dropped nut from a brake caliper and you're walking home. 40 miles. In the dark. That little magnetic dish holds every fastener you remove, sticks right to the frame, doesn't move, doesn't tip, and remember, we're still climbing. ES-1 is the one a Marine Scout sniper told me he'd grab before his rifle. Keep that in your head. A friend who served 2 tours as a combat engineer in Iraq said his unit ordered these by the case. We weren't fixing tanks. We were fixing Humvees in the dark with NVGs on. You drop a bolt in the sand, you're done. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Because #6, most people own one, and it's the wrong one. 6 Bauer 20V cordless drill, not the one you think. Every guy listening to me right now owns a drill, probably a DeWalt, probably 18V, probably plugged in somewhere in the garage right now. Wrong tool for grid down. The right one is the Harbor Freight Bauer 20V, $49.99 with the battery. And here's the kicker. It shares a battery platform with 50-plus other Bauer tools. Saw, light, inflator, fan. Radio. After an EMP, you're not running a power tool for woodworking. You're running it to drill holes in plywood to board windows in 90 seconds, flats drive screws into a makeshift barricade. Power a 12-8 inflator off the same battery to fix a flat charge, a small LED lantern off the USB adapter that fits the same battery. Remember, when the grid drops, you've got 4 to 6 hours before your neighborhood looks completely different. A drill that does 10 jobs beats 10 tools that do one. A retired Special Forces engineer, guy spent a decade in 5th Group, told me he carries 2 Bauer batteries and a single drill in a Pelican knockoff case from, you guessed it, Harbor Freight. Total cost, under $120. All right, now I need you to lock in, because SH5 is where the average prepper falls completely apart. The 4-pack of tarps, $4.99 each, you've seen them. Blue, plastic, eyelets in the corners. Looks like trash. A Harbor Freight 6x8 blue tarp costs less than $5, and it's the single most versatile item in any veteran's truck. One tarp can be a rain shelter strung between 2 trees in 4 minutes, a water catchment system that fills a 5-gallon jug in a single storm, a ground cover that keeps you off freezing dirt, a stretcher with 2 branches, a privacy wall around a parked vehicle, a signaling device. Blue is visible from helicopters, a makeshift body bag, and I'll let you sit with that one for a second, let that sink in. A retired Air Force pararescueman. PJs, the guys who jump out of helicopters to rescue downed pilots, told me if I had to leave my house in 60 seconds with one item from a hardware store, it'd be 3 tarps. Not a knife, not a flashlight, tarps. And we're getting close. 4 is the one I told you about at the start, the thing you already own and have been using wrong your entire life. Coming up next, here it is. 4. Ratchet straps the right way. This is the one. You've owned ratchet straps for years. You use them to tie down lumber, a kayak, a dirt bike. You think you understand them. You don't. Harbor Freight sells a 4-pack of 1-inch ratchet straps for $9.99. And in a grid-down scenario, a SEAL doesn't use them to tie cargo. He uses them as a door reinforcement system. Wrap one around your front door handle and anchor it to a stud. No battering ram is breaking through. A casualty drag. Loop one under the armpits of an injured person and you can pull 200 pounds across rough ground by yourself. A vehicle recovery tool combined. 4 straps will pull a stuck truck out of mud where a tow strap would snap. A climbing aid to get over a 6-foot wall with a loaded pack. A restraint, and I'll leave that one right there. That's the one I promised you at the top. The thing you've owned for 10 years and have been using wrong the entire time. A $9.99 4-pack does 5 jobs that would cost you $400 if you bought the tactical versions. A retired Green Beret medic, guy who ran trauma calls in Afghanistan for 8 years, told me he's pulled 3 wounded men out of buildings using nothing but a Harbor Freight ratchet strap. It's not pretty, but it works. And pretty doesn't matter when somebody's bleeding. We're 3 away from 1. And remember, 1 is the one the Marine sniper told me he'd grab before his rifle. Stay with me. Now we shift gears, because 3 isn't a tool. It's a System 3, the Predator 2000 inverter generator, $4.99. But hear me out. I know what you're thinking. You said cheap. This is the only one over $50 on the list. And there's a reason. The Predator 2000 from Harbor Freight is the single most recommended generator in every veteran prepper circle I've ever been part of. Not the Honda, not the Champion, the Predator. Because it's quiet enough to run inside an attached garage without your neighbors knowing, light enough for one person to lift into a truck bed, capable of running a fridge, a CPAP machine, and a small space heater simultaneously, built on a Honda clone engine that you can find parts for at any small engine shop. After an EMP, most modern generators are bricked because of their electronic control boards. The Predator 2000 is one of the few inverter generators with circuitry simple enough to survive, if you keep it in a Faraday cage. And guess what Harbor Freight also sells for $19.99? A galvanized trash can with a tight lid. That's a Faraday cage. Line it with cardboard, drop the generator in, seal it up. Done. A retired Navy chief who spent 25 years on submarines, guys who literally live and die by their electrical systems, told me, if I had to pick one generator to bet my family's lives on, it's the Predator. It's not the best, it's the most fixable, and after the grid goes, fixable beats fancy every single time. 2 left. And remember, 1, the one that costs less than a fast food meal, fits in the glove box, is coming. Stay with me. Now 2, this one's controversial, even among veterans. 2 welding gloves, $7.99. You think welding gloves are for welding. That's the trap. Harbor Freight's leather welding gloves, long cuff, $7.99 hence, are the most stolen item out of veteran trucks I've ever heard about. Not because thieves want them, because the owner forgot they were there and grabbed them in a panic. In a grid-down scenario, you will be handling hot pots over open fires, no oven mitts, broken glass, broken windows from looting, accidents, weather-sharp metal, cutting fence wire to take shortcuts burning debris if your neighborhood catches fire and the trucks aren't coming hot engine parts because you're fixing your truck on the side of a road. A pair of $8 welding gloves does all 5 jobs. A pair of 40 tactical gloves does none of them well. A retired Army combat medic woman served in the 82nd, 2 combat tours, told me, I've treated more burn injuries from idiots without gloves than from actual fire. Most people don't realize how much hot stuff you handle in a crisis. Let that sink in. The injury that takes you out of the fight isn't usually a bullet, it's a burn. From a pan, in your own kitchen, with no power, 1 left. And this is the one, the $6.99 item I promised you at the start, the thing the Marine sniper would grab before his rifle. Here we go. 1, the Harbor Freight hand crank emergency radio with NOAA Weather Plus flashlight combo. $6.99 on sale, $12. $99 regular, you've seen them. They look like dollar store junk. Most people in the Harbor Freight checkout line ignore them completely. This is it, the $6.99 item that ends up in every veteran's truck, the one that closes both of the loops I opened at the top, a hand crank emergency radio that does *4 things at once. 1, AM/FM radio to pick up the only working broadcast after a grid-down event. 2, NOAA weather band to track the storms, fires, and chemical warnings that will follow any major disaster. 3, flashlight built into the side, 30 lumens, exactly the brightness you want, not too bright. 4, hand crank generator, 60 seconds of cranking, 10 minutes of radio, or 1 full charge of a small flip phone, no batteries required. No EMP vulnerability, the circuitry is too simple to be fried. No subscription, no app, nothing to break. Here's why a Marine Scout sniper would grab this before his rifle. A rifle is useless if you don't know where the threat is coming from, what direction the wind is blowing for the storm rolling in, which roads the National Guard has closed, where the evacuation centers are, whether martial law has been declared in your county. A rifle gives you the ability to defend a position. A radio tells you whether the position is worth defending. Information beats firepower every single time. The sniper, guy did 3 tours, won't tell me which units, said this to me, word for word. Civilians think survival is about gear. Real survival is about information. The guy with the radio knows when to move. The guy with the rifle and no radio dies sitting still. Read that twice. The guy with the rifle and no radio dies sitting still, $6.99. Glove box. Done. The one bonus nobody talks about, and there's one more thing nobody on YouTube is telling you. Every single item I just listed, all 9, fits inside a single Harbor Freight Apache 4800 weatherproof case. $40. Same store, same trip, total cost for the entire kit, including the case, under $620. And if you skip the generator and stick with the small stuff, you're under $90 for 8 items that will outsurvive a $2,000 prepper bag from any brand on the market. A retired Coast Guard rescue swimmer, guy spent 18 years pulling people off sinking boats in the North Atlantic, told me the most dangerous prepper is the one with a $3,000 setup he's never opened. The safest one has $90 in cheap gear he's used 100 times. Let that sink in. The guys who survive aren't the guys with the best gear. They're the guys with the most used gear. And you can't beat Harbor Freight for stuff you'll actually open, use, drop, break, and replace without crying. Now, here's the thing, everything I just gave you, the 9 items, the case, the under 90 build, is only useful if you know asterisk where to go when you grab them. Asterisk, because a kid in your truck doesn't matter if you're driving toward the wrong city. In my next video, I'm breaking down the Asterisk 3 US, states where retired Special Forces operators are quietly relocating to right now, and why most Americans have never even heard of 2. One of them is not Idaho, one of them is not Texas. And the Heesh Yes one location will surprise you because it's a state most preppers actively avoid if you're 50, 60, 70 years old and you've been thinking about where to ride out the next decade. That video is the one you can't afford to miss. I'll see you there.